Hey guys, this is Ackleyattack4427 here with a brand new thoughts video for all of you guys, and, well, it's kind of interesting that it looks like August has already came and went so fast as of now, so, oh boy, well, looks to me like, we're nearing the end of this month right about now, and it looks like September will be on the horizon for sure. And boy, it looks like I think for today's thoughts video, we're actually pretty much capping this month off with, of course, a pretty interesting one for sure. And oh yeah, I think I did also realize one thing that is happening around the time I'm recording this. Oh yeah, now I remember. Yeah, pretty much in addition to all that, all I can say is well, probably by the time I'm recording this video, all I can say is, well, Happy National Cinema Day! So, whew, boy. Yeah, it's hard to believe that, believe it or not, by the time I'm recording this video, it is, of course, National Cinema Day, to which, yeah, I guess from the looks of it, I'm already putting this up the day after, the day I'm recording this video, so yeah, I guess if anything, if you may recall, probably by the time this video goes live, yesterday is, of course, National Cinema Day, so yeah, I guess you know exactly what that means, right? That's right, we dedicate the entire day to, of course, us, well, quite obviously enough, going to, of course, our local cinema and actually go see a movie on the big screen. So yeah, I think it's actually really quite nice, and yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I say this is a really good occasion for sure, and quite frankly, I think this is something that we seriously need to take up on for sure, and of course, it's a good thing, too, for sure, because, luckily enough, probably, I think the main aspect on why National Cinema Day is, of course, what we're celebrating now is, of course, well, if you actually, buy a ticket, if you go out and buy a ticket to, of course, see a movie on the big screen, one ticket alone will cost you about $4. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, that is actually really quite clever, so yeah, quite frankly, pretty much spending about $4 just to pay for a ticket to go see a movie, that's actually really great. Yeah, in fact, I can only imagine, like, moms actually pretty much watching this when they actually heard what I'm saying. I think they'd be like, yes, that's actually a really good way to, you know, save money for my family. So yeah. I'm so sorry to every single mom who is, of course, watching this video right now. Even my mom, for sure, so. But yeah, I guess if anything, National Cinema Day is, of course, a really good occasion for sure, and trust me, it's gonna come into play with, of course, what I'm gonna be talking about here today, so yeah, if you actually did miss out on National Cinema Day this year, then don't worry about a thing. It will pop up again right around next year, to which, by the way, I think I did realize that one of my friends, Trainboy54, didn't actually do anything like make some custom trains or something to help celebrate National Cinema Day, to which, by the way, Trainboy54, if you're watching this video right about now, if National Cinema Day comes around for next year, get right on it. But yeah, I guess you can see where I'm getting at for sure, and so yeah, I guess for this occasion, I decided to jump on board on this opportunity for sure, and thankfully enough, it did come into play right around the day after, pretty much beforehand, I actually got to do a photo shoot in my Beacon Dance Ruby Rose cosplay, to which, by the way, those will definitely go up on my social media very soon by the time I'm putting this video up, so definitely be on the lookout for those, So yeah, I think I might as well go ahead and jump right on to the main meat and potatoes for this thoughts video for sure as hell. So yeah, I guess seeing how I did decide to celebrate National Cinema Day for sure, I bet a lot of you guys are wondering, what movie did I have the privilege to go see very recently that happened around this past weekend that I think would be a good fit for National Cinema Day? Well, that's actually quite an interesting question. So I guess for me personally, I actually did decide to go for celebrating National Cinema Day as I didn't get to do in the past for sure. But I'm, of course, checking out the latest movie that had finally came out for sure. So, and yeah, interestingly enough, I guess within the subject for today's thoughts video, well, it has been over a year since I did talk about one of their movies for sure. So yeah, how about another movie that's based on a video game, which is what we're currently getting as of now. So it's good to know that a good majority of them are actually really good, but more quite frankly, pretty much a video game that is a racing simulator that, ironically enough, is actually pretty much one of the most recognizable video game series by PlayStation. Yeah, let that sink in for sure. So yeah, if you actually do recall, of course, that little hint I actually gave, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about for sure. But in case you don't, I'm of course going to be talking about the latest movie that have finally came out very recently, which is none other than Gran Turismo. So yeah, that's of course what I'm going to be talking about here today. Gran Turismo, or is it Gran Turismo? Yeah, I'm just gonna call it Gran Turismo for sure. So yeah, it is of course the latest movie that had just came out by of course Sony under their PlayStation Productions label for sure. And it is of course based on the video game series of the same name. But believe it or not, it is also based on a true story that happened about a guy that is really good at Gran Turismo so much that he actually became an actual race car driver for sure. So yeah, pretty much those are two things rolled up into a one. Actually, quite interesting to base around the whole movie for sure. But either way, it's of course what we got, and that's of course what I'm gonna be talking about here today. So yeah, it's pretty much what I can say on of course that front. All right. Alright, so yeah, before I can go ahead and talk about this latest movie, I think it makes sense to talk about, well, what I know about Gran Turismo for sure. And, well, if you actually know me, I think if you were to ask me for sure, yeah, I guess quite frankly, aside from movies and TV shows and stuff, yeah, pretty much on occasion, I actually really do love playing video games for sure. I guess if anything, I really do love the good amount of stuff from Nintendo for sure, and for a while I do have the good majority of Nintendo systems for sure, and currently as of now, I pretty much have a couple of Xbox systems from that were lent down to me from my aunt and uncle, and of course my cousins for sure. But PlayStation, on the other hand, yeah, quite frankly enough, if you were to ask me, I actually don't own any, and I mean any of the PlayStation systems for sure. Yeah, that's right, I don't have a PS1, nor even a PS2, or a PS3, PS4, not even a PS5 for sure. So yeah, I mean, I do know they are actually really well known for sure, and I have seen them pop up for sure, but I never actually have enough money for sure to actually, get me an actual PlayStation console for sure. So yeah, I think it's what I can say on, of course, that front. So for Gran Turismo as a whole, ironically enough, I never actually am quite familiar with, of course, the games for sure. But of course, with what I'm actually seeing for sure, I actually do think it's actually a really quite a concept for sure. Just have it be a regular old racing simulator for sure, which I will have to say it is actually really quite recognizable for sure. I mean, yeah, we do know that there are other racing games out there that are equally as great and easily recognizable for sure. Probably hence why one of my favorite video games series of all time is definitely the Mario Kart series, which is actually really great. But I guess without a doubt, Gran Turismo is definitely the most recognizable in terms of racing simulators for sure, and it's still going on even to this day, even with, of course, each and every single new PlayStation console that's been out for quite some time for sure, So yeah, and of course, when I actually did research, I was really quite surprised that there is in fact an actual Gran Turismo player for sure that actually became a really incredible race car driver for sure. Man, who would have thought that pretty much a guy who was actually really good at Gran Turismo would actually be really good at race car driving for sure. Doesn't that quite frankly mean that if I'm actually really good at Mario Kart, that would translate out to being good at driving? Well, given for the fact that I still have yet to get my license and actually drive a car officially, I think I'm gonna give a slight maybe to my question for sure as hell. But yeah, either way, if you actually do the research for sure on, of course, the guy who actually pretty much became a race car driver since after he's really good at Gran Turismo for sure, you'll find that it's actually pretty much absurd at first, but it's actually really quite interesting for sure, so yeah, I think it's what I can say, of course, that front. So I do recall when I actually saw the trailers for, of course, this movie, I was a bit cautious and a bit concerned on, of course, how it'll do. Like, I think it's probably gonna crash and burn big time. No pun intended, so yeah, I think I was a little bit optimistic on, of course, this one, but I just felt a little cautious and not really as optimistic for, of course, this one for sure, based on, of course, the trailers. But given to, of course, what I've seen so far, I knew right away that I wanted to give this movie a fair shot for sure, just to see on how it'll do. And of course, ironically enough, this film was, of course, supposed to come out right around 2 weeks ago for sure. But it's now pushed back to where we are right now due to the ongoing Writers Guild and SAG-AFTRA strikes, to which, by the way, links are still provided in the description box below to check those out. So, doing whatever I can to, of course, still continue to do what I do while still corresponding with the ongoing strikes for sure, So yeah, I guess if that being the, with that being the case, I still want to give this movie a fair shot for sure, just to see on how it'll do. And, well, luckily enough, the day after I did my photo shoot in my Beacon Dance Ruby Rose cosplay that I did, I actually decided to take the opportunity for this year's National Cinema Day and actually go see this movie for myself. And good thing too, because with what I mentioned earlier, my ticket that I actually bought to allow me to go see this movie did in fact cost me $4 for sure. So yeah, quite frankly, that is probably the cheapest ticket I've actually got for sure, and I actually really like it for sure. So yeah. Man, I gotta seriously think about taking up, of course, seeing a new movie on the big screen on National Cinema Day each year for sure. That'll be quite nice, So yeah, with that being said, I did, of course, decide to take this opportunity for National Cinema Day today and actually go see this movie for myself. And while I just literally got back from, of course, seeing it for sure, I guess a lot of you guys may be wondering, what do I think of this movie now that I got the chance to see it? Well, I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I actually surprisingly like this movie, yeah. So yeah, I think it actually is it's actually far better than what I actually thought I would get from the trailers for sure, but I say for what it is, I think it actually does do a fine job for sure. Not only keeping true to, of course, the spirit and, of course, the faithfulness of course, the original video games the movie is based on, but also really does capture on what is interesting about the actual true story that happened, which actually does result in a pretty interesting combination for sure, which actually does make it work as a pretty nice flick. Not necessarily a great one in my opinion, but actually a really good one that I actually do admire for sure, so yeah, it's pretty much what I can say of course, that front. Alright, so yeah, before, now that I've actually got the short version out of the way, I think I might as well go ahead and talk about everything that I need to talk about with, of course, this movie. So for starters is, of course, the story for, of course, this movie, and yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I do think the story, of course, this movie is actually structured out quite well for sure. Given to, of course, what I've actually seen, I do think they really did a fine job with, of course, what I've actually seen on screen for sure. Actually really recapturing, of course, what happened all those years ago of, again, just the idea of course, well, excuse me, so yeah, just pretty much the story about a guy who's really good at Gran Turismo to actually evolve and become a really great race car driver for sure, so yeah, I think it's pretty much what you would expect for sure, just pretty much a true story that really happened all those years ago, but also does kind of play out like a traditional sports flick for sure. Pretty much a story about pretty much about an underdog who wants to share his passion for a sport that he loves, and then over time he starts to grow and evolve to, of course, where he is right now for sure. So yeah, it's one of those storylines for sure. But the way this movie actually handled it is actually quite fine for sure. So yeah, I think with, of course, the combination of course, trying to recapture the true story that happened while mixing in really good amount of elements and, of course, the really nice style the video games gave us, while still basically being one of those underdog sports movie storylines that we would, well, normally expect for sure, actually still played out just fine for sure. I mean, not great by all means, but still actually deliver quite well with, of course, what we expect for sure, so yeah, and of course, for the writing, I have to say, as another aspect for sure, I mean, honestly enough, I think the writing in this movie is actually pretty decent for sure. I did say that because, if anything, I don't think the writing in this film is terrible by all means, nor is it even that good for sure, but again, I think it's a little 50-50 on, of course, this one. Like, of course, pretty much a good half of course, the screenplay in this movie is written out very well, and I do see, of course, what goes on for sure. While at the same time, the other half for sure, I just kind of felt could have used a massive rewrite for sure to actually help balance things out to make it all the more engaging for sure. But yeah, I guess with those two sides, I think it just kind of goes back and forth like an ongoing scale with two different weights here and there that is just so combobulating and so all over the place that it could really balance out quite well for sure. But again, it's not all bad for sure. I actually do like some of the good stuff they actually put in for sure. So yeah, it's not by all means bad or, of course, anything that good. I do think the screenplay and the writing, and of course this one, is actually pretty decent in my opinion. So, but yeah, I guess if anything, I guess it's what I can say for those two aspects that I actually can mention for sure. So yeah, it's pretty much what I can say on, of course, that front. Yeah, I think I should probably finish that up. Much better. Okay, so now that I've actually got the first couple of things out of the way, I think I might as well go ahead and move on to the next couple of things that I need to talk about for sure, which are, of course, the characters. And yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I do think the characters in, of course, this movie, well, I guess if anything, seeing how this is also, in fact, a biopic for sure, of course they have to be based around real-life figures for sure, and to me, personally, I actually do think the characters in, of course, this film is actually really well done for sure. Not really great characters by all means, but I do think they are actually really good in my opinion for sure. So yeah, I think with, of course, what I've actually seen, I actually really do find the characters in, of course, this movie actually have a really good sense of development given to them. Like, of course, you understand, of course, what motivations they have. You see, of course, what they're going through, and see how they're going to overcome their problems and their flaws for sure. So yeah, I guess if anything, I do think the characters, and of course this one, are really nicely developed in, of course, this movie, and I do think they really do give a fine job for sure. Particularly one of my favorites will definitely have to be Jack in, of course, this movie. Now, personally to me, I see he's definitely the best character in, of course, this film, and plus we actually do get a full-on understanding and a really great sense of development from him for sure, just to pretty much get him to, of course, help out our main lead for sure after what he's actually gone through for sure. Yeah, to which, by the way, no spoilers, of course, that one, because I don't want to give everything away for sure, but you'll just have to see the movie for yourself to know exactly what I mean for sure, but yeah, either way, Jack, and of course this film, he's actually a really great character for sure. I really do love the great sense of development for sure, just as a good way to, of course, really understand our main lead, and of course push him hard to, of course, what he needs to do, and actually encourage him to do what he needs to do for sure. But hey, if you actually do see the movie for yourself, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about for sure. So yeah, particularly the characters in, of course, this movie. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, they are really good characters, and I really do love the good sense of development to actually make them all the more interesting for sure, and that's something I really do admire the most in, of course, this movie, which is actually really quite interesting for sure. So yeah, if you think that's actually really quite good, then I think I might as well go ahead and move on to another aspect, which is, of course, all the actors that came on board to play all these characters, and yeah, personally to me, I do think this movie actually did get a pretty good cast for sure, and yeah, pretty much all the actors they brought on board to play all these characters, yeah, I'm not gonna lie, they actually really did give out some really good performances in my opinion. I mean, it's not necessarily great by all means, like Academy Award-winning performances for sure, but I think personally, to me, I do think they did give out some pretty good performances to actually make them all the more incredible to see on screen for sure. And particularly, two of the ones that I really do admire the most is, of course, Orlando Bloom and David Harbour for sure. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I think those two did give out some really good performances for sure, and I really do love the chemistry between both of them for sure, which is actually something I really do admire for sure. So yeah, either way, Orlando Bloom and David Harbour actually did give out some really good performances in my opinion, and I really do admire, of course, what they've actually done to actually make this movie work for sure, which is something I really do admire for sure, and is actually really quite incredible for sure. So yeah, I guess is what I can say for, of course, the actors for, of course, this movie. I do think they did give out some pretty good performances in my opinion. Not great by all means, but actually still good nonetheless for sure. So yeah, I guess it's pretty much what I can say for those two aspects for sure. Alright. Alright, so now that I've got those two out of the way, what else is there for me to talk about for sure? Actually, quite a whole lot for sure. I guess for stars, it's of course pretty much, if anything, it's visuals for sure. personally, to me, I do think the visuals they put into, of course, this movie is actually really quite amazing for sure. Probably, I think the best way I can describe it for sure is that visually, the film actually is actually really incredible for sure. Pretty much with, of course, what I'm actually seeing, it does, of course, provide, of course, some stuff that we would see in a normal old racing movie for sure, but seeing how this is, of course, based around on the Gran Turismo games for sure, they actually did incorporate some really nice elements and even some aspects that were actually from the original games for sure, which honestly, to me, I do think they actually really did an incredible job blending in, of course, all that with the film's surroundings for sure. Almost like if you actually do see on screen, you're not only pretty much on the track racing with, of course, our main heroes in, of course, this movie, but when you actually get to the stuff that actually almost looks like the game, you actually do feel like you actually are playing the video games this movie is based on for sure. So yeah, I guess if anything, I really do love on that they want to, of course, bring that aspect in. I mean, I think it's almost like the filmmakers knew right away that seeing of how this they wanted to make it more based on the true story. They suddenly realized, oh yeah, we completely forgot. This is also based on the video games for sure. So here you go, some stuff that actually looks and feels like the original video game for sure. So yeah, that I will have to say is, of course, really quite interesting. I'm willing to bet the people who made this movie actually did originally want to make this a true story at first, but then when the studio actually saw it, they'll be like, well, yeah, that looks good, but just for safekeeping, adding elements from the video game to make it all the more interesting. And if that being the case, I think they made the right call, of course, on that front for sure. So yeah, I think I will have to say visually the film actually does do a fine job for sure. Not only feeling like you actually are in the driver's seat racing along with our main heroes, but it really does do a fine job as well incorporating elements that were from the original video games this movie is based on for sure, to which, yeah, I have to say again, is actually a really great combination for sure, and I'm really glad this film actually did deliver that on the visual side of things for sure. So yeah, and let's not forget the sound design, I have to say, is actually brilliantly well done for sure. It really does actually pretty much it is sounding out quite well for sure, and the sound design from what I've actually heard actually is very well edited out for sure, and mixed in perfectly for sure, which is actually really, really incredible for sure. Like, when you actually hear the sound of pretty much a sound of a race car drive, pretty much an actual race car happening, you actually do feel like you actually are hearing an actual race car for sure. So yeah, I think that's something I really do admire, of course, this film for sure. So yeah, and of course, the direction, of course, this movie done by the film's director, honestly, to me, it's alright for sure. Not necessarily that great, nor even bad in some ways, but it's fine for what it is for sure. So yeah, but of course, those two aspects next that I'm gonna be talking about, they will blow your fucking mind for sure. So yeah, for starters, the cinematography in this film is just absolutely outstanding for sure. Every single bit of camera shots from what I've actually seen is actually really amazing from what I can gather, and they really did an amazing job with, of course, what I've actually seen for sure. Yeah, and again, it really pretty much when you actually see, of course, all the stuff that goes on for sure through its cinematography, you actually do feel like you actually are in the driver's seat racing along for sure, which is actually really, really incredible. And I think this film really did a great job on that, and I really do love what they've actually done for sure. So yeah, that's how much I really do love the cinematography of course this film. It is just outstanding and really does fit in well with of course what I'm actually seeing of course this film for sure. So yeah, and of course the editing, I have to say, my god, it is just absolutely perfect for sure. Yeah, the way this film is edited out, I have to say, is of course cut up perfectly, and I do admire, of course, what they've actually done for sure. Pretty much of anything, if the film wants to have some fast editing for sure, it actually does deliver on that, and it also does know when to slow down at the same time to catch your breath for sure, which I really do admire that in, of course, this movie for sure, and it is something that I really do enjoy for sure, which yeah, is really incredible for sure, and I really do admire that for sure, and good thing too, because it not only fits in well with the film's pacing, but also its tone and atmosphere for sure, to which I will have to say all three of those that I mentioned are just absolutely incredible, and again, fits in well with, of course, pretty much for the movie itself for sure. So, yeah, I guess those are what I can say for all those aspects for sure, which, yeah, does stand by my point on how much I really enjoyed this movie, so yeah, it's pretty much what I can say on, of course, that front. Alright. Alright, so, yeah, I guess that's pretty much everything that I can say for, of course, this movie. So yeah, I guess overall, Gran Turismo is definitely, without a doubt, a really fun, inventive, and yet action-packed and really exciting racing flick for sure. It actually really does capture, of course, what I would expect for, of course, this one. Have it be a really incredible retelling of course, a true story that really happened with only a few major changes and stuff, which can, of course, be annoying for biopics nowadays, but it also does do a fine job in recapturing the heart and the spirit of the original video games this movie is based on for sure. So yeah, I guess if anything, it actually does deliver on, of course, those two for sure, resulting in a pretty interesting combo for which, for a while, I don't think it's actually that great in my opinion, but actually does deliver on, of course, well, a pretty good movie all around for sure. So yeah, I guess either way, I guess if anything, that's how much I actually really do like this movie for sure. Is it one of the best I've actually seen this year? No, not particularly. There are plenty of other films that I've actually seen that are far better for sure, to which, yeah, ironically enough, the recent Super Mario Brothers movie for this year alone is still reclaiming that title for sure, to which we all know how much I really love that film for sure, but yeah, I guess either way, Gran Turismo, I have to say, does come very close for sure. I wouldn't necessarily put it as, of course, my top favorite for sure, but I can say without a doubt, it is in fact a really good movie, hands down. So yeah, I guess if anything, it definitely took them quite amount of time to, of course, get that worked out, but I guess if anything, this movie really does do a fine job, and the people over at PlayStation actually really did a fine job, of course, making this movie work, which actually, yeah, in the end, actually makes it a pretty good flick. So yeah, and of course, this may sound biased of me to, yeah, I think I know I'm gonna sound biased for saying that, but if I were to compare this movie to, of course, PlayStation Productions' last film that came out well over a year ago, which was, of course, Uncharted with Tom Holland and Mark Wahlberg, if you were to ask me, I definitely think Gran Turismo, as of now, is definitely the strongest film that PlayStation has actually put out for sure. So yeah, that's actually what I can say, of course, on that front in terms of their movies that they currently got out for sure. Now, as for their TV shows, like, of course, The Last of Us and Twisted Metal, I'll probably save those for another video later on, to which, yeah, if I were to do that, I would definitely be up for watching those two shows alone, because, yeah, I think I do hear they're really good for sure, So yeah, but I guess for now, I guess for this case, I do recommend checking out Gran Turismo for sure, and yeah, I do think this is something that I do think it is actually worth checking out for sure. So yeah, if you are looking for a pretty much a really nice racing flick that does recapture the true story that happened of a guy who's really good at the video games to becoming actual race car driver for sure, to which, by the way, I do find it quite amazing that the guy whose story they're retelling has also served as the stunt double driver for, of course, this movie, which is awesome. So, but yeah, needless to say, if you are looking for something pretty much a regular old racing flick that really does recapture the true story that happened, but also mix in well with the video games this movie is based on, then I say this movie is definitely well worth checking out for sure. So yeah, for my final score for sure, yeah, I guess I'll be nice on this one, and I'll give Gran Turismo a 7 out of 10 as my final score. Definitely not one of the best films I've actually seen by far, but it is definitely a good one that is definitely worth racing to for sure. So yeah, if you actually got the time, definitely check this movie out for sure. I think you're actually gonna get something really exciting for sure, and trust me when I say that this movie is definitely, without a doubt, pretty much a Gran Turismo yes, better than a Gran Turismo no. If you didn't get that panga for sure, then give it some time. I'm sure it'll sink in. I'm sure you'll sink in very soon. So yeah, it's pretty much what I can say. Of course, that front. All right, and I guess on that thought, that'll pretty much do exactly that. So yeah, by all means, I must ask, what do you think of Gran Turismo for sure? Do you think it's actually a really good film that's well worth checking out and really does capture what was great about the original video games? Or do you absolutely hate it and you felt absolutely betrayed by what you're seeing on screen? Or are you somewhere in between where you think it's just okay for sure? So yeah, let me know in the comment section below on what you thought of it. If you have actually seen this movie for yourself, I would definitely love to know. So yeah, I think that's pretty much about it. Thank you guys so much for watching this latest thoughts video, and, well, now that I actually got all the movies for August out of the way, I might as well set my eyes on, of course, the ones I'm going to be going... on the ones that I'm going to be going to see for the month of September for sure. So yeah, already done with, of course, 1 month devoted to a good batch of movies. Now I think it's a good time to see, of course, what next month will have to offer for sure. And boy, it looks like I only got maybe like 3 or 4 to check out, but I'll definitely let you guys know, of course, which ones I'm actually gonna go see for sure. So yeah, but I guess until then, thank you guys so much for watching, and as always, I'll see you in the next video. Take care. Hey guys, this is Ackleyattack4427 here. Thank you all so much for watching today's video. Feel free to like, comment, and share if you enjoy what you're seeing. If you like what you see here and want to see more videos coming up, then go ahead and hit that subscribe button and switch on the notification bell to get notifications, and select all notifications to be notified for when we post a new video. And don't forget to switch on notifications on your phone as well. Also, don't forget to check out my second channel and our 2-member channel with Sam the Thomas Fan 1, SamAttack4427TheThomasFan1 Productions, for plenty more content you can't find on here. You can check both of our channels out with the links or by our handles provided on screen. feel free to shoot me an email with my email address provided, Ackleyattack4427TheThomasFan1 if you want to ask me a question, want to collab with me for a project you've got in the works, or if you want to book me to be featured for a convention coming up. Follow me on my social media pages on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram to keep up to date with me on updates, announcements, and new releases of my videos, as well as plenty of others I've got with my handles provided, as well as the links down in the description box below. Also, don't forget to follow me on TikTok for other videos I've got aside from the ones I've posted on YouTube, and on Twitch for any future live streams I've got coming up soon, as well as joining our official Discord server to see what we've provided. If you wish to show your support to me, then feel free to check out my Patreon to get sneak peeks of my videos coming up before they go up online, as well as getting access to updates and playing more in addition to getting some awesome rewards within your budget. Also, don't forget to check out and showing support to me on both of my wish lists on Amazon and Right Stuff Anime, and even supporting me with my link on Streamlabs that you can find on my Twitch page. Other than that, thank you all so much for watching, and I'll be sure to see you in the next video. Take care.